Sundar from Symphonia Wealth. The topic what we are going to speak today is about repo rates. More importantly, what is the impact it will have when repo rate goes up on your finance. So if you look at the chart closely, the repo rates have started going up. What it actually means is the interest rates are going up, which means if you are a saver, you need to be very happy because what interest you've been getting has started going up. So if you are getting say 5% earlier, now the rates have gone up, which means you will get a higher interest. But if you are a borrower, then your life is going to be a lot more difficult because as the interest rate goes up, your EMI also starts going up. So RBI in the last about 6 to 8 months have actually increased the repo rate from 4% to 5.9%, which means all your FDs, all your other instruments, there also your interest rates have started going up. Again, a very interesting chart which shows how the FD rates of SBI Bank has gone up in the recent past. In fact, the data shows a very long history from 2012 onwards. During 2012, the interest rate used to be about 9%. So if you had a deposit, you got about 9% interest. But over a period of time, the interest rates have been falling and it actually came to as low as 5.1%. In the last 3-4 years, many of the FD investors have been actually going through a tremendous pressure because the interest what you've been getting on a 1 lakh rupees, if say suppose it was 10,000 rupees, has actually fallen to about 5,000, which means the impact has been very large. But the good news today is, as interest rate goes up, your monthly interest or your annual interest is set to go up. So from a 5.1% low, the interest rate has actually come to about 6.1%. And the good news is, the repo rate is also likely to go up even further in the next couple of months as per experts. Which means if you are planning to invest any of your FDs, wait for the right time when the interest rate goes up by another maybe 1 to 1.5%. And then if you can lock your money for a long period, say for a 3-year or a 5-year period when the interest rate is close to 7.5-8%, then it is a very good opportunity for you to enter into FDs. So the next question is, we know that the FD rates are going to go up. Is there any better opportunity other than an FD? The answer is yes. There is definitely a better alternative, which is nothing but a debt fund. So as you know, debt funds are instruments which invest in bonds and debentures and other money market instruments, which means it is broadly equivalent to a FD. So as interest rate goes up, even the return from your debt funds also increases. But it also comes with certain better advantage. The first and foremost being, it is highly liquid. So if you park your money in an FD, generally it has a period for which you are supposed to stay. Say if it is a 1-year FD, you are supposed to stay for 1 year. Of course you can break it, but if you break it, generally there is a penalty, which means your interest rates will fall. Similarly you can park money in a debt fund, but assuming you have to break it in between, there is no lock-in or there is no penalty when you break your debt funds. Another thing is, generally FDs come with a time frame. So it might say 555 days or 757 days, which means only if you park it for that kind of period, you will get that kind of a return. Assuming you don't have that kind of time frame, say you actually wanted to park only for 600 days, you might not have an option to park it for 600. Whereas in a debt fund, you can park for any number of days as per your requirement. So which means a debt fund gives you a lot more flexibility when it comes to making an investment. The most important benefit of a debt fund is it gives you an indexation. I think which makes your tax outflow much more lesser compared to an FD. So first, let's understand what is indexation. Indexation is the benefit where you can adjust your returns against inflation. Let me explain this with a simple example. Assuming you are investing 100 rupees, for a 3-year period. Assuming you invest in an FD, the interest rate is 7%, which means every year you get 7% return, which means end of the 3rd year, you would have actually got about 21 rupees. It's not exactly 21, but to make you understand, 7% for 3 years, you will get about 21 rupees. Assuming you also invest the same amount of 100 rupees at the same interest rate of 7% for 3 years, there also you get 21 rupees. So here also 21, here also 21. But here the indexation benefit comes for a debt fund which is not available in an FD. Assuming the inflation was 6% for the last 3 years, which means 6 into 3, 18 rupees. So you got an income of 21 21 rupees, you got a inflation of 18 rupees, which means you can actually minus the return and inflation, which means 21 minus 18. Only on the remaining 3 rupees you are expected to pay tax. Whereas in an FD you have got 21 rupees, but on the entire 21 rupees you need to pay tax. So this is the biggest benefit of investing in a debt fund against a FD. So in the next chart, I have just compared exactly between a debt fund and a FD. Assuming you invest 2 lakh rupees for 3 years and the interest rate is 7%. In an FD, your post-tax return will be 2,30,000 rupees, whereas in a debt fund it will be 2,42,666 rupees. Which means just on a 2 lakh rupees you will save almost about 12,000 rupees, even though the interest rates are same. Because in a FD you end up paying higher tax based on your tax bracket, whereas in a debt fund your tax rate is much lesser because you can adjust it against inflation, as I explained you on the previous chart. So who can invest in a debt fund? In fact, debt fund is open for almost everyone. You could be a young investor or a new investor, or you could be an informed investor but you are planning to buy a car, say 2 years or 3 years later. You can keep your money in a debt fund, or any kind of emergency fund can be kept in a debt fund. Somebody who is an experienced investor, as part of asset allocation you can keep some part of the money in debt. You can be a senior citizen where you don't want to take too much risk. There also you can look at a debt fund. So debt fund can be used by any kind of investor. As the interest rates are going up, be prepared to choose the best product which will give you a reasonable returns with better tax efficiency. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.